Okay, hey guys, welcome back. Get this camera here a little bit more lined up. So I'm trying to get back to these live streams. I've been kind of off of it for a little while. A lot of stuff going on. I'm sure everyone's having a hard time of this. I have not been spending a lot of time at home. I have not been stuck at home as a lot of you guys have. My work is considered essential, so I've been at work a lot, and it's been quite a stressful time. So trying to get back to normal. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos and some really interesting ones recently about how to how to do what do they call it? It's essentially a detox so that I can get my brain back to where I can focus, right? So I've been working on that and trying to do more boring stuff and get back to working in the shop and doing these live streams. So yes, the weather is looking up a lot nicer. It's very nice out there. I got some yard work to do today after I get this done. Not looking forward to that, but you know, somebody's got to do the yard work. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to step in. Let's hop over here into Fusion and get started. So this is kind of where we left off. I'll walk you through what I've done. I've done a little bit here. So this is the proportional design. And you know, it's not exactly following the contours, but I wanted to get some proportionality into this shape. This is just my preferred design method. You know, a lot of people would just take this fit point spline tool over here and just draw out the shape. And that works great, but there's something to this proportional look. So if I turn off the canvas here and finish this sketch, this proportional shape, there's something to it, you know. I can't explain it. So really all of the violins and the old historic instruments, they really fit into this proportionality theme, and I just like the way it works. So this is the way I'm going with it. It's not the perfect ES335 shape, but it's very close. I think it's going to give an overall look that looks really great. So the next step here is what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this. Do I have it in? No. So I do have the humbuckers here, and I just imported these from another file. When I upload the next version of this to the Patreon page, if you're not a Patreon member, then come and join. It's $1 a month and you get access to all this stuff, so it's worth it. Hello, Melanie. Welcome. It's nice to see you here. Yeah, that's a neighbor, Melanie there. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. I'm just going to copy this entire shape here, and then I'm going to create a new sketch on the same plane. And I'm just going to import that entire drawing. And now we're going to take this and we're going to delete out all of the extra stuff that we don't need. So I'm just going to use the trim tool to start trimming out these lines that we don't need. And this might be a little monotonous for you, I understand. I'm probably not going to do all of this design work here in live stream as I originally planned, because it's just a lot to do, and that's a lot of boring video for you guys to sit through. So probably not all of it, but I'll just create live streams and we'll check in with the progress that we're making so far. So so really, I'm trying to make half of the profile here. I'm just trying to separate all of these out that are in contact with the contour that I'm looking for. So yeah, it's just a lot of deleting. We're not deleting anything important here because we have that all in that other sketch. In case we mess up, you're not going to lose anything here, so you can go crazy and just start deleting stuff. I don't want to delete that center line right there. Oh yes, Tommy Hovington, his channel is one of my absolute favorite channels. I watch every video he releases as soon as he releases it. I'm a mandolin player myself. He builds so many mandolins and octave mandolins. I really love his stuff. So if you guys haven't seen Tommy Hovington's channel, check it out. It is awesome stuff. Thank you, Jim, for that suggestion as well. Okay, let's see where we're at here. I've got a couple of overlaps still hanging around. Okay, I'm going to get all these dimensions out of the way too. So I'm trying to make this into one continuous arc, and you can see here I've got a few spots that are just keeping it from doing that. Oh, that's because I've got an overlap right there. Go. Another little overlap. Whoops. Yeah, I know this is kind of boring, but it just needs to be done. Oops. Anyways, I'll work on this a little bit more, but essentially, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this profile and I'm going to mirror it to the other side. Create mirror center line here. And now we have the basic outline of our shape. So if I bring up the canvas, you can see what we got here. So yeah, I mean, are these contours perfect? They're not perfect, no, but oh yeah, Tommy Hovington's Dovetail Toolbox. That is an awesome video. I personally love doing a lot of other projects. I don't just build guitars. I build a ton of other stuff. And Tommy's one of those people that's like that. He's a great builder, and that was a cool series. I try to keep this channel concentrated on only building instruments. There are a lot of other things that I make that I'm always wanting to share here, but I try not to do that stuff. But the toolbox kind of really fits in. You know, he's got those great toolboxes in the background of his shots, and they're awesome. I really would like to build one of those at some point. So, okay, so we have our outline. And what I usually like to do is, just so I don't mess these up, I will lock the constraints down and then finish the sketch. So let's see where we're at here. So we've got the profile. Oop, I missed one. Okay, so we got the profile. We've got our humbuckers in. The next thing to do is, and this is kind of an in-depth thing, so we'll get started here, and then I'll probably do a little more in the next video. What are we at now? We're at 12 minutes already. Time flies in these things. 12 minutes of video would be incredibly hard to produce in my normal style, but 12 minutes goes by and nothing here. I have a little sip of tea. So actually, I think that's where we'll end this one, because the next video, a little cleanup here. The next video is going to be the surface modeling of this surface. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw along this center line, I'm going to draw an arc across here. Well, let's just do that right now, and then we'll get into the surface modeling in the next video. But so I'll just create a new sketch on the center line, and I'm going to project in these points right here, and I project in this point right here. And then, so I have, this is the center of my center bout right here. I'm going to project these in as well, just because it's a nice thing to have. So I'll take from this center point, that's where we want the highest point in the arc of the instrument to be. And I think it's going to be about 0.5. We're going to have to look into this a little bit more and do a little bit more research to get the exact contour here. But then I'll just take this spline tool and create a spline. Oops, that's not the right tool. Spline. And you get a pretty good arc there, but then you can manipulate it with these handles over here to get really what you're looking at. So that is clearly too tall. Let's go 0.3. Yeah, that looks pretty good right there. If anybody has any design information about these contours on this, yeah, go ahead and send those to me. That'd be great. Oh yeah, William, thank you. It's good to see you guys again too. I'm glad there's still people tuning into these live streams. I'm just trying to get back started and keep going with these things. So anyways, that's our design concept for today. Just getting that outline done, copying on our pickups, and this top contour. I think what I'm going to do is after the next video, when we do the surface modeling of the surface, and we'll do the surface for the top, the back, and the sides, and that solid block in the center of this ES335, and we'll get all of those in place, and then I will share a copy of the most recent ES335 Fusion file on the Patreon page. If you're not a Patreon member, check that out. It's a really cool way to see what I'm doing with the designs. If you want to make one of these on your own CNC, or even just have the designs to hand build, it's a great way to go. So you can have templates made from these drawings. There's just a lot of things to do. If you're interested in instrument design, I think it's a very interesting way to go. And $1 a month does not seem like it's too much money. Anyways, so thanks guys for tuning in again. I really appreciate all that you guys are doing. The channel's doing awesome still. Even though I haven't been working as hard, I'm trying to put in more work. And I hope you're going to see a lot more coming out soon. But that's going to do it for today. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time.